Hello everyone. In this lesson we complete solving the ministerial question of differentiation rules. Part 2 we reach question number 40. Find the derivative of cosine pi x. The derivative of the angle it is pi f prime of x equal to derivative of the cosine is negative sine pi x, then the final result is negative pi sine pi x. Therefore, the right choice is A. Since sine is odd function, we can write pi sine negative pi x as negative pi sine pi x. Question number 41. Find f prime of 2 if f of x equal 5x power 3 minus 20x minus 1. Find the derivative of the function first, 15x squared minus 20. Then find the derivative at 2. Replace every x with 2. 15 times 2 squared minus 20 equal to 15 times 4 minus 20, 60 minus 20 equal 40. Choice D. Find f prime of x if f of x equal ln x square root 1 minus x square. The derivative of ln is fraction. The function inside ln in the denominator and its derivative in the numerator, x 1 minus x square. Differentiate this term and put it in the numerator. I'll differentiate it here. The first one, apply the rule of multiplication of two functions. The first one times derivative of the second one, negative 2x over 2 square root 1 minus x square, plus the second one times the derivative of the first one, 1 minus x square times 1. Simplify this, negative 2x square over 2 square root 1 minus x square plus square root 1 minus x square. The common denominator, 2 square root 1 minus x square, negative 2x square plus 2 square root times square root 1 minus x square equal to negative 2x square plus 2 minus 2x square over 2 square root 1 minus x square equal to negative 2x square, negative 2x square, negative 4. 2 minus 4x square over 2 square root 1 minus x square. Put it here. Factorize by 2, 1 minus 2x square, 1 minus 2 over 2 square root 1 minus x square. Delete this. Equal to, reduce 2 with 2, 1 minus 2x square, multiply root with root, 1 minus x square times x equal to, or leave it as it. The right choice is D. Number 43, find y prime if y equal e to the 2 pi. E to the 2 pi is constant, then its derivative is 0. Question number 44, find f prime of x if f of x equal negative 5 over 2x all power 3. Rewrite this function as negative 5 over 8x power 3 equal to negative 5 over 8x to the negative 3. Now differentiate f prime of x equal negative 5 over 8 times negative 3 x to the negative 4 equal to 15. 5 times 3 over 8 x to the power 4. The right choice is, sorry, 15 over 8x power 4. The right choice is D. Question number 46. Find the derivative of this function f of x equal 2x over x power 2. Apply the rule of division of two functions. The denominator x plus 2 times the derivative of the numerator minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator of the over denominator square equal to, simplify, 2x plus 4 minus 2x x power 2 x plus 2 power 2 equal to 4 over x plus 2 all power 2. Choice C. Question number 47. Find the derivative of this function 3 over 2x all power 3 minus 3 cosine x. Rewrite this function as f of x equal 3 over 8x to the negative 3 minus 3 cosine x. Now differentiate f prime of x equal to 3 over 8 times negative 3 x to the negative 4 plus, since the derivative of cosine is negative sign, negative times negative positive, 3 sine x equal to negative 3 times 3, negative 9 over 8 x power 4 plus 3 sine x. Negative 8, negative 9 over 8 x power 4 plus 3 sine x. Choice A. Question number 48. Find the derivative of the function 3x over square root x power 2 plus 1. Apply the derivative of division of two functions f prime of x equal the denominator square root x power 2 plus 1 times the derivative of the numerator 3 minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator 2x over 2 square root x power 2 plus 1 over the denominator square x power square root x power 2 plus 1 square, it is x power 2 plus 1. Simplify this function, reduce 2 with 2, 3 square root x power 2 plus 1 minus 3x over square root x power 2 plus 1 over x power 2 plus 1 equal to, find the common denominator for the two fractions in the numerator, square root x power 2 plus 1, 3 square root times square root, it is x power 2 plus 1, minus 3x over x power 2 plus 1 equal to x power 2 plus 1 times square root x power 2 plus 1, 3x power 2 plus 3 minus 3x, 3x times x, 3x power 2. So this is 3x power 2. 3x power 2 minus 3x power 2, 0. Then the final answer is 3 over x power 2 plus 1 times square root x power 2 plus 1. The right choice is B. Question number 49. If f of x equal to x power 2, g of x equals sine x, then find the derivative of f or g of x, the composite function. F or g, the derivative of it equal to derivative of f to g of x times the derivative of g of x equal to derivative of f prime of x equal to 4x, then the f prime of sine x equal to 4 sine x. Therefore, f prime of g is 4 sine x times g prime of x. The derivative of sine is cosine x equal to 2 times 2 sine x cosine x. 2 sine x cosine x is sine 2x. Therefore, the final result is 2 sine 2x, choice D. Question number 50. Which one of the following is the graph of derivative of f of x? This is f of x. As you know, the derivative function and its derivative should be drawn in the same domain. Therefore, the domain of this function is from 0 to positive infinity. This may be right choice, and this may be right choice. For this one and B and D, it is wrong because the domain of this function, these two functions, is from negative infinity to 0 open interval. Now, the function is increasing, as you see, then the graph should be over x-axis. The graph here is under x-axis, the graph here is over x-axis. So this is wrong. The right choice is C. Question number 52. Which one of the following graphs is the graph of derivative of this function? As you see, the domain of this function is negative infinity to infinity except 0. So this graph may be right choice, and this graph, but this graph is wrong because it is not for a function, and it's from negative infinity to positive infinity within the 0. Now, the graph from negative infinity, f of x from negative infinity to 0 is increasing, therefore should be over x-axis. So this one is wrong, and this one is wrong because the graph is under x-axis and the function should be decreasing, but here the function is increasing. The right choice is A. Question number 53. Which one of the following is the derivative of the graph of derivative of this function? The domain of this function is from negative infinity to 2. So this one is wrong and this one is wrong. Therefore, one of C or D is the right choice. Now, from negative infinity to 1, the function decreasing. Therefore, the graph should be under x-axis. The graph here is over x-axis, but the graph here is under x-axis. So this is the right choice. Question number 51. Which of the following graphs is the graph of derivative of this function? As you see, the domain is from negative infinity to positive infinity for all the four graphs, but the graph is increasing from negative infinity to 1.5. Then the derivative should be over of x-axis from negative infinity to 1.5. At 1.5, there is a horizontal tangent line, then the derivative should intersect with x-axis. Here, the graph is from negative infinity to 0 over x-axis. Here is under x-axis, so from negative infinity to negative 1 is under x-axis, should be over. The graph here from negative infinity to 1.5 is over x-axis, and at 1.5 the graph intersect with x-axis, so this is the right choice. For the last graph, the graph is under x-axis from negative infinity to negative 1, so it is wrong choice. The right choice is C. Question number 54. Which of the following graphs is the graph of derivative of this function? The domain of this function is from negative infinity to 2. So this may be right choice. Also, this may be right choice. Also, this one may be right choice, but this one is from negative 2 to infinity. It is wrong choice. Now, the graph is increasing from negative infinity to 1. So the graph of its derivative should be over x-axis from negative infinity to 1. This graph, it's over x-axis to negative 1, so it is wrong. This graph is over x-axis from negative infinity to 1, so this one may be right choice. This graph is under x-axis from negative infinity to 1. It is wrong. The right choice is B. Question number 55. Which one of the following graphs is the graph of this function? The domain is from negative infinity to positive infinity except 0 for all the graphs and for the function. But from negative infinity to 0, the function increasing, so the graph should be over x-axis. Here it is under x-axis. Here it's over. Here it's over. Here it's under. From 0 to positive infinity, the function also is increasing. So its derivative should be over x-axis. So this graph is true. This graph is wrong. The right choice is B. Question number 55 to 59. Match each function with the graph of its derivative. For the first function, as you see, the function has a sharp vertex at 0, so its graph of its derivative should be not differentiable at 0, and the limit should not be exist. Also, the function is decreasing from negative infinity to 0. The graph should be under x-axis like this one and like this one, but here at 0 the derivative exists, but here is not exist, so the right choice is B. The second function, its domain from 0 to positive infinity. Therefore, we choose D because it is only the graph from the three graphs, its domain from 0 to positive infinity. The third graph, its domain is from negative infinity to positive infinity, this one or this one. It is decreasing from negative infinity to 0, so the graph should be under x-axis, but here is over x-axis, so the derivative of this graph is A. The last one, from negative infinity to 0 is increasing, it's over x-axis, and from 0 to positive also increasing over x-axis, and the function is linear, so its derivative is horizontal tangent line. Question number 60, if f of x equal ln x square root x, find f prime of 2. First we find f prime of x equal to x square root x and its derivative in the denominator. Rewrite x square root x as x times x to the 1/2 equal to x to the 3 over 2. Now differentiate this term, 3 over 2 x to the 3 over 2 minus 1 equal to 3 over 2 x to the 1/2. Therefore, I write 3 over 2 square root x. Square root x with square root x, then the final answer will be 3 over 2x. At a half, f prime of 1/2 equal to 3 over 2 times 1/2 equal to 3. The right choice is B, which is false of the following derivatives. Ln derivative of ln 3 over x power 4 equal negative 4 over x. Let us see. Rewrite this function as ln 3x to the negative 4 and find its derivative, 3x to the negative 4 in the denominator and negative 12 its derivative, x to the negative 5 equal to, reduce 12 with the 3, negative 4, reduce negative 4 with negative 5, it will be negative 4 over x. This derivative is true. For the second derivative, sine square root x, the derivative of the square root x is 1 over 2 square root x, and derivative of sine is cosine square root x. So also this is false because here should be cosine square root x. So B is wrong. Let us see. See, this term is constant, so its derivative is 0. For the last function, cosine square x, differentiate first the bracket 2 cosine x, then multiply by the derivative of cosine negative sine x equal to negative 2 cosine x sine x. 2 sine x cosine x is sine 2x. So also this is true. The right choice is B. Question number 62. F of x equal cosine 2x over x squared, find f prime of pi. First we find f prime of x equal to multiply the derivative of division 2 function x power 2 times the derivative of the cosine negative 2 sine 2x minus 2x cosine 2x over x power 4. Then f prime of pi equal to, since sine 2 pi is 0, because the graph is of sine is like this. This is 2 pi and sine 2 pi is 0. So the first term is 0. The second term, negative 2 pi. Cosine 2 pi is 1. This is the graph of cosine. This is 2 pi and cosine 2 pi is 1 over pi power 4. Therefore, the reduce pi with pi power 4, the last answer is negative 2 over pi cube. Choice D. Question number 63, find f prime of x of f of x equal x square root x. We find it already here, x square root x. The answer is 3 square root x over 2. Choice C. See you next lesson.